Okay, so let's do a quick review on solving equations and inequalities. Let's look at kind of the main difference. I guess the first difference I want you guys to notice is that this is an equation on here. X plus 4 equals 7 is an equation. It's going to have one possible solution or one possible answer, whereas an inequality, x plus 4 is less than or equal to 7, is going to have multiple solutions, and we'll take a look at why in a second. So let's go ahead and solve this equation, x plus 4 equals 7, and to do that we need to figure out, okay, what do I need to undo? I'm trying to solve for x, or figure out what x is, and to do that, if I just want what x equals, then I need to undo this 4. I need to undo this right here, and to undo the plus 4, just so we have x, not x plus 4, but just x. To undo it, we need to find the inverse. And the inverse of plus 4 is minus 4. So we'll subtract the 7 by 4 as well. So we just have x, because this canceled out. Remember? Plus 4, the inverse is minus 4, so it cancels out. Equals 7 minus 4 is 3. So the solution to x is, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. The solution to x is just at 3. This at 3 is the only possible answer to make x true. If it's 4, well, 4 plus 4 is 8, which is not equal to 7. So it can't be 4. It can't be 3.5. It can't be 3.1. 3.1 plus 4 is still 7.1. It's not 7. So an equation only has one solution. Let's take a look at the inequality now. So the inequality, we do very similar things. We need to figure out, we're trying to solve for x. We're trying to figure out what x equals. So to find that, we don't want the plus 4. We just want x is less than or equal to something else. So we need to undo it just like before. The inverse of plus 4 is minus 4, so we're going to subtract 4, subtract 4. So knowing that, now x is less than or equal to 3. Now we know about x. We know x is less than or equal to 3. Whereas here is x plus 4 is less than or equal to 7. So now we know x is less than or equal to 3. So we solve the inequality because now we know what x is. Now let's look at this number right here. If you guys recall in class, we learned that that was called the boundary point. Okay, so that boundary point is going to be seen on the number line here. This is the boundary point. Oops. Okay. So this is the point that divides things that are true or not. Oops, or false. True or false. Okay, so, well, first of all, we need to figure out, is 3 true? Is it possible for x to equal 3? Well, if x is less than or equal to 3, then 3 is true. That means we'll have a closed circle. So this is going to be a closed circle. Now, let's see. X is less than or equal to 3. So is it possible for x to be 4 or 5 or 6? No, because x is supposed to be less than or equal to 3. 4 is not less than or equal to 3. So we look on the other side. Is it possible for x to be 2 or 1? Well, yeah, it is. It's possible for x to be 2, because 2 is less than or equal to 3. It's possible to be 1. It could be 2.5. It could be anything up to 3, right? So instead of doing a million dots, we're just going to draw a dark line right across to the left, okay? So that's saying that anything 3 or less is true. And so the main difference between an equation which has one solution and an inequality is that inequality has multiple or infinite solutions. infinite solutions.